Hey strangers, I know I've been gone for a while. Got a lot of stuff going on. So I'm going to do a new segment on my show called Low Fat Cooking. So it's quick and low fat, if you will. And tonight I am making some enchiladas. Now I know I've made a lot of enchiladas on my show before, but this one is a low fat version, and I've never done a low fat version. Now, the reason why I am doing a few low fat episodes here and there is because we just got too large and in charge over here, so we need to cut it back a bit. Now, there's no fat in broccoli unless you deep fat fry it, which sounds good right now. I'm hungry. So anyways, here's a little factoid for you. While I'm cutting up this broccoli, and I'm going to steam it on top of the stove, I'm going to just have a little tiny bit of water in my pan, and I'm going to put that almost on boil. And what we're going to do is we're just going to steam the broccoli, and while I'm cutting this up, I'm going to tell you a little factoid that you might not know about low-fat cooking. I'm just learning myself. This is all new to me. So I was thinking, you know, like everybody probably, that ground turkey was low in fat. Guess what, folks? Read your labels. You know those turkey chubs, ground turkey chubs that you can buy in the store? I was shocked and amazed at finding out that there's 15 grams of fat per serving in one of those things. Can you believe it? So really, I mean, there are some lean ground turkeys out there, but really watch yourself and what you're buying. Because, you know, the things that you think are low fat sometimes really aren't. Okay. So I am going to get this. Somebody said that they love to watch me chop. So here you go. Some chopping action for you. Okay, so no grams of fat. I'm going to try to make this as low fat of a recipe as possible. Okay, that should be enough. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to just cover that and let it steam. Then I'm going to cut up these pieces of boneless, skinless chicken pieces. They're not breasts, they're just little, well, maybe they're breasts. They're just little pieces. I think they are breasts because it only has 1 gram of fat per serving. So I've got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 little pieces of chicken. And don't worry, we're not going to eat all of this in one setting. It's going to make a few enchiladas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut up my chicken, put it in my all-purpose bowl, and I'm going to steam my broccoli, and then I will come back to show you the rest of this recipe. Okay, so I seem to have burnt the bottom of the pan, but not the broccoli. not the broccoli, surprisingly. The reason I did not boil this and chose to steam it was because if you boil it, you boil out all the vitamins when you drain the water out. So when you steam it, you keep all the vitamins in crispy chunks in there. So I just, you know, oh well, stuff happens. It doesn't look too burnt. I guess we can eat around it. No, it's not burnt. The broccoli, surprisingly, is not burnt, even though the bottom of the pan is. Okay. I left my broccoli on a little bit too long to steam, so make sure you watch it. I wasn't really watching it, so that was my fault. Okay, so we've got the broccoli, we've got the chicken. Now what we've got here is a dollar store jar of salsa with 0 fat in it. And I should have pre-opened it because I have a little bit of a problem with my hands and opening things, and yeah. So I'm going to put, you know, I don't measure things, guys. So, and the great thing about enchiladas is that you can go ahead and put whatever you want in there. If you want to put some mushrooms in here, which I wish I would have, but I forgot, you can do that, or olives, or onions, or you name it. I'm going to put some green onions on it after I cook it. So, okay. This is a can of 98% fat-free cream of mushroom soup. Now, this is the way that I was taught how to make it when I was younger, minus the salsa. It was kind of a white sauce was the way that I learned how to make it, and I love this version. I love all kinds of versions, but this is a really great one. The first one that I learned how to make. And also, I seasoned the chicken when I was cooking it with a little bit of this emerald steak rub, which is really good. It has a lot of good flavors in there. And this is my favorite from the dollar store. I love, love, love garlic. And this is chopped garlic that I get at the dollar store. And it is so good. I use it liberally in everything. I love it. It'd probably even be good in ice cream. Speaking of garlic ice cream, I've heard of it and never tried it. When you go to Garlic Fest and stuff, or the Garlic Fair, or whatever you want to call it, I've heard of garlic ice cream. And I will try it one day and let you guys know. Now, speaking of letting you know, what do you guys think about me having a segment for low-fat cooking on my show? Let me know if any of you guys are really interested in this, or what. I know some people are trying to do low-fat, but they don't want to skimp on the taste, and I'm just navigating this world of low-fat myself. So I'm just trying to find easy, cheaper ways to get the low-fat. And speaking of cheap, I got these over at Grocery Outlet, 2 for $1. So I got a couple cases. And I got 2 of these packages of Kraft no-fat cheese slices, 2 for $2.50. And usually when you buy one of them, it's almost like $5. So that was a steal of a deal. I also stocked up on this no-fat cheese. I don't know why I slammed it down like that, but I just did. Okay, so the only thing that really I'm kind of a little bit disappointed, and I'm going to have to shop around to find no-fat tortillas if there is such a thing. These tortillas actually have 2.5 grams of fat per tortilla. So I'm not really exactly thrilled with that, but, it's probably good enough, I guess. I'm just beginning this whole thing, so bear with me, guys, as I go on this journey with you, because this is all new to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of these cheese slices, and I'm just going to lay down a piece like that, and don't worry, there's going to be another piece over the top when I'm done. And the oven is preheated to 350 degrees. And I'm going to stuff this baby with some of my good filling. And I'm not really good at wrapping these things, guys. I just kind of wing it. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just me and hubby here. So I just do it. So what I'm going to do is I am going to wrap these up and then come back and explain the next steps. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I have my my enchiladas stuffed, and what I'm going to do now is I still have some filling left over, and that's what you want, because what you want to do is you want to take the filling and just sprinkle that over the top, and then I'm going to do my trick that I usually do, guys, so that the cheese does not burn. I'm going to put this in the oven at 350 for probably about 10 minutes, because it's, everything's already cooked in here. You just want it heated and the cheese melted. So I'm going to just go ahead and put this in the oven for 10 minutes, and then I'm going to turn the oven off, put another slice of this cheese on top of each one of my enchiladas. Trying to talk Japanese there. Okay, so put a slice on top once the oven is turned off, and then keep it in the oven for a couple more minutes and let the cheese melt and do its thing, and then I will come back with a taste test for y'all. So come back and we'll see how this is. This is my first time making low-fat enchiladas, so come back and join me and see how it is. So this is the finished product, guys, that I'm really quite proud of, because it looks pretty good. And I'm going to get a couple of these babies out for me, and then hubby can have the other couple. But anyways, this looks good enough to eat. And I'm going to get my extra filling that just fell out here. So what I'm going to do, because I'm hungry, low-fat diets, you're hungry. I'm going to put a little bit of extra garlic on mine, because I do love garlic. And then I'm going to put a little bit of salsa on the top, the fat-free salsa, and a little bit of this low-fat sour cream that's only got 1 gram, 2 grams of fat in it, but I'm not going to put too much on there, so it'll probably be like 1 gram or half a gram, or I'm just going to put a little dollop. A little dollop will do me. Okay, so that is the finished product. And I ruined my all-purpose dish. I had a bad night in the kitchen. I burnt my pan, and I ruined my favorite dish because I put it on the back of the stove when the oven was on and it melted. Sad too. Okay. But hopefully this will cheer me up. Take a little good bite of this and get some chicken and as hubby says, it tastes like all the fat you're ever gonna need. It tastes good. You know, stay tuned. I'm going to do regular shows. I'm going to do some more restaurant reviews and a few more diet shows, low fat shows. So like I said, leave a comment below. Make sure you subscribe and let me know what you think about low fat recipes and if you want to see some more. So yeah, this one turned out pretty good. It's not as bad as what some people think to eat low fat. All right, well, have a good day. Bye.